Hello my lovely people, welcome back to my channel. I greet you according to your time and the time you are seeing this video. We are still on the gist from the palace of Ooni of Ife. I thank you for always being part of my channel. Thank you so much for your support. Happy weekend to you all. Okay my people, information reaching us right now is that Dr. Elizabeth, the last wife of the king, have pledged her support. Of course, we do know that she have been giving the king full support ever since she entered the palace to bring Queen Naomi back and to reunite them. As a matter of fact, we heard that the fact that the king and Queen Naomi is in good time now, that they are in talking time, that it is as a result of the role that Dr. Elizabeth play in all of that. So my people, we do know that left for other Olories, they wouldn't want Queen Naomi to return back to the palace. But Dr. Elizabeth, being the type of person she is, she entered the palace, studied the whole place and the environment and the people she's come to coexist with and find out who they are and the type of people they are. And on the side of her husband, who is the king, she also find out that the king is always talking about Queen Naomi, and his utmost desire is to bring Queen Naomi back to the palace. Even when people are saying that he don't love Queen Naomi that much, that it's all about Tadenikawa and all of that, Dr. Elizabeth did not listen to any of them. All she do was finding a way to make that happen. And by his grace, by the grace of God, and by her effort, they said she was able to convince Queen Naomi to at least pick the king's call and return his messages. So, and from there, they started talking. And that was why Queen Naomi came to the palace some time ago, about a few weeks ago, to rededicate the altar. And according to the information we heard that it's this Dr. Elizabeth who urged the king to rebuild that altar, because they said the altar was demolished some time ago. I don't know the reason and all of that. So it was after this rebuilding the altar, they wanted to use the opportunity to bring Queen Naomi back to the palace, at least to come closer to the palace and see that a lot of things have changed after Dr. Elizabeth entered the palace. Because they said the moment Dr. Elizabeth was married into the palace officially, she started renovating everywhere. They said the Yeyoluwa's quarter, that the way they renovated it, it was awesome and good. And that was one of the reasons they wanted Queen Naomi to enter the palace, so that she will see how her quarters looks like and all of that. So, although Queen Naomi did not come at the moment they were urging her to come, but she said she will come when the Holy Spirit directed her and all of that. And as God may have it, she came when she came to renovate the altar. They said all these things happened because of the role Dr. Elizabeth played. We also heard that they rebuilt her church in Akure. They've been supplying her with a lot of buses for the ministry work and all of that. All thanks to Dr. Elizabeth. It's not as if the king cannot do it, but the fact is that the Olories in his life couldn't make him do it. Even if he came up with such idea, they will find a way to suppress the idea and make sure that it doesn't happen. But since Dr. Elizabeth enters, all of that, they said the building that they went to build for, the church building, they erected for her in Akure, that the king have planned that they are going to do it while Queen Naomi was in the palace. But because Queen Naomi left and the other Olories don't like that idea, that was why the king wasn't able to do it until the point when Dr. Elizabeth intervened and make sure that it happened. So my people, that is just to tell you that ever since Dr. Elizabeth enters the palace, she have influenced the king greatly, especially in that part of concerning Queen Naomi and Prince Tadenikawo. So as things were going on like this, they said Dr. Elizabeth have assured Queen Naomi that she will go extra mile to make sure that she reunites with the king and come back to the palace and take her rightful position. That even if it means her leaving the palace for them, that she is okay as long as she lives to see the marriage reunite again and become peaceful again, because the king have told her so much interesting things about Queen Naomi. And not just that, the little time she have spent time with Queen Naomi, that she have been able to realize the kind of a person that she is a peaceful human being and a blessing in that, a blessing to the throne and to the king, you know. So if there's anything she's going to do to make sure that the king reunite with Queen Naomi and live peacefully, that she must do it. As this is a must, so according to her, it's a vow. And you know, so my people, all I know is that she is doing the right thing, and from the look of things, she might go extra mile to achieve that. But the fact is that it's not going to be easy for her, because the other wives will not be happy with her and they will be fighting her in many ways. Just like the last one we heard, that Mariam took her picture to a native doctor, telling the native doctor to put confusion between Dr. Elizabeth and the king. And you know that if that happens, Dr. Elizabeth might not be able to achieve that quest of bringing Queen Naomi and the king back together again. Because that's why I said that the other wives will not relax over this issue. The moment, of course, they've noticed that that is her mission, and they will be fighting her in different angles. But all I know is that if God really wants Queen Naomi to return back to that palace, not even Mariam and thousands of them can stop her. The only thing is that, like I used to tell you, that every human being have chapters of his or her life, and I believe this is some chapters in the life of Queen Naomi and the king. And all I know is that at the end of every dark tunnel, there will be light, you know. And I believe by God's grace, at the end of this story, there will be light. For those of you that are saying Dr. Elizabeth is just pretending and all of that, let other wives pretend to make peace and let that peace remain. That is the kind of stories that we want to be sharing here, okay? Thanks for watching. Don't forget that they are all alleged information, because I did not hear it directly from Dr. Elizabeth, but from all the things that I've been hearing about her, I believe it. So if you want to believe with me, fine. If you don't want to believe, it is left for you. Thanks for watching once again. Please consider giving this video a thumbs up, share it, say your opinion on the comment section, and subscribe to my channel. I love you guys. Bye for now.